Hello everyone, Cosmic Lightworker here. I know it's been a minute. So I moved twice in the past 30 days, and honestly, this retrograde has hit me like a maelstrom with a tornado and a hurricane and an earthquake all in one. If y'all are feeling the same way, well, this is your reading. That is a big indicator because I am sharing based off of the compassion of what I've been going through for those of you out there that are looking for some clarity. So let's get some messages that you need to hear right now. What does everybody need to hear right now? Let's not do this deck. We're going to do this one. Yeah, I literally moved, ladies and gentlemen, in 30 days, 2 different locations, 2 different apartment complexes. It's been a journey. But I was really itching to do a video because I feel like I kind of got my spunk back because I was so tired. I know a lot of you out there that have been going through your Mercury in retrograde. It's been electrical shortages, it's been technological issues, it's been a bunch of rewiring, and there are times when you feel like your body is going through this new reconstruction. If that checks out, this reading is definitely for you. Ooh, there's a lot going on. So yeah, speaking of your body transforming, metamorphosis, embrace transformation, things are different now. The reason is there is a lot that you've let go, that you've shed. Like, I think we're going to be using this as a metaphor. When I moved from one place to the next, I needed to let go of some old furniture that isn't really going to fit in the new space, especially if the new space comes with, let's say, built-in shelves, or comes with built-in vanity sets, things of that nature, right? So what has been happening is that you're letting go of things that you no longer need because you have them already well established within your own foundation. Like, for instance, I'm hearing something about confidence, about inner trust. Like, you've built the trust with yourself where you don't need to keep like a fortified outer shell. Like, you don't need to keep a guard up anymore because you trust yourself to make the best decisions for you. For somebody out there. Another thing, current dreams, future realities, new beginnings. A lot about the transformation. So your current dreams, your future realities, your new beginnings, you have jumped timelines. Yay, congratulations. Therefore, you are more in alignment with your current path. The path that you've chosen that is on the way to fulfilling any of those bigger goals, those bigger dreams that you have for yourself. Like, for instance, let's say you were working 9 to 5 at a corporate gig, and Mercury in retrograde, there's a big shift. Let's say you got fired. Now you're in full alignment to go after your acting gig or acting career. Tough tower, but you know, sometimes we need the universe to be like, this isn't for you anymore. Your soul is dying. We need you to reinvigorate who you truly are and show that to the world. Hopefully that's encouraging to somebody out there. So if you feel like you just had a huge loss, it's not a loss. It was blocking you. Now you can move past whatever the heck that was. Alrighty. Okay, so these kind of, what really matters, reflect, reprioritize. Right now I'm hearing it is time for you to chill, relax, sit still, be still after all the changes that have probably rocked your world the past couple of days. That means it's time for you to take a second, reprioritize what's going to be good for your health, what's going to be good to replenish you so that you can come back out into the world maybe within 24, 48, 72 hours, fully rejuvenated, fully rested, and ready to take on any challenges that comes your way. Inner power, unbridled confidence, claiming your place. Don't you love how I just talked about confidence? So now, because you have been rebuilding confidence within who you are and what you are, what your skills are towards, let's say, a bigger goal, now you can really show people your new skills. For instance, let's say if you've been building your music production skills, now that you understand the equipment, you've taken the class, you really clearly approached your artistic style with new tools, now you have the confidence to actually show people your talent. Do it. If you can't tell, I also make Stray Kids reaction videos. So their recent album, Do It, just came out. This is the perfect time for me to say, do it. Just don't think, just do now. Trust your inner compass, be led from within. Very in sync with what I'm saying, right? So it is really important for you at this time to go with the flow of things. Not only trust yourself and your capability, but trust your inner guidance into what direction you need to go in. It's going to be different. For instance, the old routine of I do this at this time, I do this at this time, and I go to the gym at this time, and then I eat at this time, and then I hang out with friends at this time. Scratch it. You're reprioritizing your values, what you need to do for you. You are reprioritizing in alignment with your bigger vision of who you want to become. And because of that, that means your routines need to change. So what I recommend you do is, instead of starting your day with your normal 5, maybe you do the dishes, maybe you go, you should probably do brush your teeth and all that fun stuff, the regular self-care. But let's say instead of waking up and just scrolling on your phone, maybe you try an affirmation that you haven't tried before. Maybe you learn about new affirmations that you haven't tried before. If you are looking for new affirmations that will shift your world, because it has mine the past 30 days, I recommend checking out my money manifestation affirmations. They are in my Stand store on the link in my bio. So if you want to check that out, that could be helpful. If not, maybe go for a run. Just do something different in the mornings, even if it means trying a different meal than you normally do. And that's really going to shift things into the new alignment that you're looking for. Should we ask about love? Oh, of course, we'd have to ask about love. So what's going on in love for my collective out there? Did you love when the cards just fly? All right. The in-between potential. Okay, so the in-between and potential came out when it came to romantic love or partnerships. What that means to me is that you are in your time of incubation and manifestation. So let's say you are single. Now is the time for you to really reflect on what you want in a partner. Reflect on what behaviors you want to see. And allow that to kind of come into fruition. See what habits you need to shift on your own to allow for somebody to treat you in the way that you really want to be treated. Another thing that I'm hearing, if you're in a relationship, things probably got really intense during the retrograde, like lots of fighting, lots of screaming. I mean, I don't condone screaming, but sometimes you got to let your emotions out, right? This is the in-between of that argument or that miscommunication or that misunderstanding, so that you can take a moment to just like sit back and really see the potential of a better outcome. Let's say you've been going through the same fight for ever. Now is the time to see a potential new outcome. What behavior do you need to change? Instead of continuing to feed into somebody's argument or battle that isn't really going anywhere, why not take a step back? That might be new, and that will shock your partner, and both of you will reflect in the best way. Or I'm also hearing, instead of clinging to an idea of the situation, now you need to get a third person's perspective. You can go to your mom, go to a friend that is of the same sex of your partner, or of the same energy, if they're feminine energy, masculine energy, whatnot, so that you can kind of get an understanding as to what their perspective is. Because something tells me that you're trying to jut in what your perspective is without hearing theirs, so that you can actually find a resolution together, understanding and accepting each other's perspectives. It's very mature, but also really hard to do. So I can understand why that can be a struggle. No judgments here. It's my channel. I don't want to judge here. If you're going through something, pain is pain. Have compassion for all. All right. Forgiveness and patterns. So back to that love thing. In order to shift the patterns of your current situation in your relationship, there has to be a moment of forgiveness. I understand that it could be even self-forgiveness. For instance, maybe you did something and you keep, like, I have a tendency to overlook things, and then what ends up happening is I beat myself up for overlooking something, when in reality what I can do, or for anyone else out there who has the same tendency, what I can do is I can forgive myself, understand that I just need to determine not to make the mistake again. What do I need to do to make sure that the mistake doesn't happen again? And then I shift my patterns. That's kind of the situation that I'm hearing, that you need to forgive either yourself or your partner for their past mistakes. Give them a second to reflect, and then allow either yourself or the person that you're dealing with to redetermine and choose a different behavior. And if they don't choose a different behavior, the pattern that needs to shift is that you shouldn't allow them to continue to misbehave towards you anymore, and you remove yourself from the situation. With that being said, we're up on time. I love you all. Thank you so much for tuning in. I will see you soon.